Today we're going to talk about fatigue and impairment. So what is fatigue? Fatigue is more than feeling just tired and drowsy. Fatigue is a feeling of tiredness and exhaustion, both physically and mentally, caused by exertion. I know that I've felt like this guy in the picture a few times, where you just feel like you're so worn out that you can't make another move. The two most common causes of fatigue are not getting enough sleep or the quality of sleep that you're getting. And not getting enough sleep or having poor quality of sleep can disrupt your natural 24-hour sleep cycle. Our internal body clock operates our 24-hour sleep cycle. And our body clock is what makes us sleepy at night and want to be awake during the day. It can be difficult to get good quality sleep during the day when your body naturally wants to be awake. 63% of Americans report that their sleep needs are not met during the week. Missing a few hours of sleep can hinder your abilities and also affect your safety. And there's a few work-related factors that can cause fatigue. It's not just about sleep. If you are doing mentally or physically strenuous work, that can cause you fatigue. If it's something complex or repetitive work or something that's really boring, those are all things that can cause fatigue. There's also environmental factors like temperature, humidity, noise level, light level, and vibration. Those can all cause fatigue too. So this guy in the picture is jackhammering asphalt. So he's doing something that has a physical effort to it. It could also be a little repetitive because you're doing the same movement over and over. You also have, if you're in Arkansas at this time of the year, you also have temperature, humidity that's going to be bothering you, noise level from the jackhammer, and vibration. So you're going to have a lot of things that could cause you some fatigue if you're jackhammering. Fatigue can also cause problems with memory and recall, decision making, information processing, concentration, complex planning, alertness and attentiveness, and communicating effectively, and reaction time. It can slow your reaction time down. So here are some signs and symptoms of fatigue that you might see in yourself or maybe somebody that you're working with. If you're constantly yawning or falling asleep at work, have short-term memory problems, difficulty concentrating, difficulty engaging in effective communication, impaired decision-making and judgment, and reduced hand-eye coordination or slow reflexes. Fatigue can result in lack of alertness, increasing the risk of accidents or injury, really for people, even more so for people who operate machinery, work at heights, work with flammable or explosive substances, carry out hazardous work such as electrical work, and drive a road vehicle. Every workplace has hazards that can cause harm. Fatigue is just going to increase the potential for that harm. And researchers indicate that the number of hours awake can be compared to blood alcohol level in terms of causing impairment. I thought this was kind of interesting. 17 hours awake is equivalent to a blood alcohol level of 0.05, and 21 hours awake is equivalent to a blood alcohol level of 0.08, and 24 hours awake is equivalent to a blood alcohol level of 0.10. Stress is also something that can cause you fatigue. The American Institute of Stress lists the main causes of stress as workload, people issues, juggling work and personal lives, and job security, with workload being the highest percentage. If something is causing you stress or anxiety, whether on the job or at home, it's going to affect your focus at work and potentially make you less safe. So what is stress? Stress can be defined as any type of change that causes physical, emotional, or psychological strain. Stress is your body's response to anything that requires attention or action. When a person experiences stress, your body is preparing for a defensive action. Our nervous system triggers the release of hormones that sharpen your senses, quicken your pulse, Deepen respiration and make your muscles tense up. When stress begins to accumulate from negative or challenging events in your life that just keep on coming, you can find yourself in a state of feeling emotionally worn out and drained. This is called emotional exhaustion. For most people, emotional exhaustion tends to slowly build up over time. And there are several ways that people can cope with stress or help you cope with stress. You can exercise regularly and eat healthy, balanced meals. Talk to someone about what's making you stressed. Participate practicing deep breathing or meditation. Make time to unwind each day. Get involved in hobbies that you enjoy and take breaks from news and social media. So what is impairment? Impairment can refer to a variety of conditions and/or substances that impact a person's normal ability to work safely. Impairment can be anything from fatigue, stress, illness, or the use of alcohol, illicit drugs, or prescribed and over-the-counter medication. All of this can cause you impairment. And what does impairment look like? Well, it can vary from one individual to another. Some general red flags for impairment include calling in sick frequently, repeatedly arriving late for work, erratic behavior, increased conflicts, overreaction, and noncompliance with policies, changes in work quality, sloppy or incorrect work, doing just enough work to get you by, errors in judgment, deterioration in performance, reduced productivity, moving to a position where there's less visibility or supervision, forgetfulness, smell of alcohol or drugs, red eyes, or slurred speech. Impairment is often a hidden risk that prevents someone from being at their best and able to perform safely. Impairment, regardless of the cause, could create a worksite health and safety hazard. I don't have a video today, but I found some interesting facts that you never knew about sleep. So 1 in 3 Americans do not get enough sleep. And out of 35% of interviewed Americans, which is about 440,000, said that they usually got less than 7 hours of sleep a night. 80% of those Americans agreed that a lack of sleep causes difficulty concentrating and increased stress. 29% of those Americans strongly agreed that lack of sleep contributes to memory loss. And here's this is showing the sleep patterns of prominent people. So you have some ancient inventors, Alexander Graham Bell, Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison. They seem to get anywhere from 2 to 5 hours, maybe 2 to 6 hours of sleep. We have some former U.S. presidents and a former prime minister. They get somewhere between 3 and 6 hours of sleep. You have some CEOs of Pepsi, Yahoo, and Martha Stewart. They get somewhere between 4 and 6 hours of sleep. And the founder of Amazon and the co-founder of Microsoft seem to get the most sleep with 7 to 8 hours of sleep. How often do Americans nap? Well, more than 1/2 of the U.S. population has taken a nap within the past 7 days. The number of naps varied by individual. The frequency of napping suggests that a large number of Americans may need more sleep. And I think I'm probably one of those. What do people say about sleep? Well, 58% of employees feel they do not get enough sleep. And 61% say that lack of sleep has a negative impact on their work. 43% of employees have caught someone sleeping at work. And 1 in 5 people have called in sick to catch up on sleep. And there's also some environmental factors that disrupt our sleep, like outside noise, light, inside noise, temperature, and an uncomfortable mattress. But more than 90% of Americans agree that a comfortable mattress is important for good sleep. 47% of those Americans sleep on a comfortable mattress. So how much sleep do you really need? Well, this is showing us that newborns need somewhere between 14 to 17 hours of sleep, and it goes down as you get older. So adults ranging from 18 to 65 plus years need somewhere between 7 and 8 hours of sleep. If you have any questions or comments, you can stop by the lab and I'll try to answer them for you. But that's